Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, Supercoach Pro. Today we're doing a round 8 Supercoach preview. 21 trades down, and now we only have 18 by the end of this boost. So we're trying to actually get a really good team value happening, and we are going to use that boost in terms to create cash generation to try to get ahead of the competition that's already ahead of us, and try to boost some cash where a lot of people's benches are looking quite dire and they're running out of rookies to trade the next couple of weeks. And we want to be ahead of that because we're already losing points on field. So maybe we can get the last couple of primos faster than everybody else by getting these extra cash generational players because we went early on Sincotta or Chincotta, however you want to pronounce it. My bad. Um, so we are boosting. We're getting rid of William Jones. All these guys have break evens of the 60s. They're averaging around that at the moment. And we're bringing in Sinclair, who's got a break even 95, easy fixture. He's got North Melbourne this week, in the same war. Simpson, we already know his background. He's been in the system for, a few years now, 5 or 6 years, maybe more than that. These rookies all have speculative job security, and that's why they're this price. So you're sort of just hitting in hope now. Angwin isn't one for me, I don't think. I talked about him on the podcast with Steve on our jump on, jump off segment on SDS's channel. But I'm just having cold feet on him at the moment, knowing what GWS rookies are like. I know he's a lot cheaper and I could make an extra, 40K by going him instead of Simpson. But I think Simpson's role for the time being and the fixture just has better scoring capability, and you could almost on-field him, whereas Angwin, I don't really like his on-field potential. Now, Teakle's the big one. Teakle's the one no one's really going to go. Now, a lot of Madden owners are not going to put Madden at F8 and then bring in Teakle for 194. So for me, Teakle is my cash ruckman. We always want cash, ruckman. People always, every year, want a 200K ruckman for R2. If I can have him R3 and hope by round 15 he's made enough money to get a primo out of him, job is done. So he's buy cover. Hopefully Lycett doesn't get another game. Heard a lot of things from Port Adelaide supporters that Lycett's cooked, he's done. The only option that Teakle goes out that side is if they decide to play Finlayson in the ruck and Dixon forward, and Dixon chops out in the ruck. But I feel like they're going to have to give Teakle a run at it. He's got hard opponents at the moment. He's got Draper, who's actually been really good at nullifying ruckman. But I just don't think he gets smashed again like he did against Marshall. Not that bad. But in saying that, he plays Goldstein a week after. But 198, I just got to do it. I was thinking about Soldo, but Nank might come back sooner than they reckon, and he's 100K more. And these guys are all in the bubble, these two. So we bank 60K. Could be more if we went Angwin, but Simpson plays over buys, and if he can somehow hold his job over the buys, and they've got that nice buy cover with Gold Coast, I think it just gets him over the line. Now, Anglin's like a second-year player, pick 18 from 2020 draft, where Simpson's been in the system for quite some time now. Just has never been able to get the games consistently. He even played the grand final against us, I'm pretty sure, in 2020. So that is my thing. Gimby just looks like crap at the moment. Jones scores one quarter and does nothing. The rest just likes to spoil and hold blokes jumpers, likes to cuddle, whatever. And Fergus Green, not the main target now that Lewis, whatever his name is in the side now. So complete trades. Now the next bit of the thing is VC and C. Bank 60K. And you've also got to look at who your next rookies are to cash out. Mine's Hollins, Baker, and Stocker. I've got to pick out of those, but now that I've got no boost, I can only trade one out anyway each week. And it'll just be based on break evens. I'm not going to care about fixture so much. So if we now optimize the side, thank goodness that Laird, Zeeble, and these players that might not have been playing are actually all playing, or else would all be stuffed. I can run a few loops by bringing in these players too. Now, Taranto's VC for me. Might actually make me watch a full Richmond game without throwing my membership in the microwave or burning my scarf like all those memes on Facebook are happening, because that's not what I actually do. But anyway, I swear if anyone send me those memes, I'll come find you, like Liam Nelson. Anyway, so yeah, back line looks pretty good now. We're kind of field Cincotta, whatever you want to call him. Get rid of Mitchell in case he gets subbed again. And that's how we'll be running the side. We'll probably the Friday night game on Hollins instead of Simpson. And Teakle as back up there. So I think our cash generation over the next few weeks will be really, really good. So that's what I'm banking my side on. I know you guys are like, well, your ranking sucks. Well, you're not wrong. I had a really, really shit start. And I think I can come back purely based on cash generation and hoping all these people running a Josh Sin, Madden and players like that, they're just going to have not enough cash to upgrade their one or two primos, and they're going to have to sideways primos to get other primos in instead of having a luxury F7 or a luxury D7 or, keep going M9, etc. So I'm hoping by upgrading all this cash that I can have a player that can, let's say Green's out for 3 weeks. I've now got a really good M7, F7 swing, and I don't have to trade out a primo because my cash generation has then supplied these value players that you can add on to your side. So last year, for example, I had Darcy Cameron at R3, and then I had Butters or Cogs at F7. So if I did cop an injury, I didn't have to sideways a primo. I could literally just put him on the bench and chuck another one in because I made enough cash. But last year I held rank all year basically, and this year just had a really unlucky start with Stewart and players like that going down, Doherty, etc. And a lot of us did, but I'm just trying to trade my way out of it and pick value from now on. So for me, Taranto into Bonds. Laird's injury cloud worries me. And I just don't really want to go Stewart because the tag of Keys, even though you can't really tag Stewart because he's an intercept defender, he's not a day cost where he's a run and carry type player. But he's going to get close attention somewhat. So for me, Taranto, I think he'll go big enough anyway for us not to worry, to be honest. And English is the other guy that I'm considering instead of Bonds. And that's probably about it. I kind of wish I went Clary, but I think I'd be really hurting my future upgrades. So 60k in the bank, no boost left, 18 trades. And I need to upgrade 2 in the back line. Well, probably 1 in the back line because Day goes back there. And then it really hurts my midfield because I need to grab 5 value mids, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. So I got 6 players for 18 trades. It's not too bad, but I think we're going to have to find value somewhere, going 1 up, 1 down. Maybe I'll have enough cash gen to get a Clary sooner rather than later because he's the only player that I'm really scared not to own. And I'm just hoping Dawson gets a couple 70s. So look, I'm going to leave the video there. I've rambled for it a little bit too long anyway. If you guys have any trade plans, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to them. And yeah, hopefully your side does really well. Catches.